You, it's one of those things that I fight with in my own heart, my own life. God is like, listen, you need to change in this way, and I want to be stubborn. I want to say, but God, and not the way that we say it like in a positive way. It's like all these things happen, but God got involved. No, I mean the other way, where it's like God's like, hey, let's do this, and I'm like, but God, I like it like this. I don't want to be stubborn. And the other side is that personality type stuff, right? So it's like, people talk about you don't fall too far from the tree. And so that stuff comes natural to me in a little bit of that kind of stuff. Apparently, for those who are not here, Pastor Rich is pointing at my mother, which of course is the truth. Man, when I went up as a pastor, the way it works for us in our community of faith, especially with those in our network of churches, you go for levels of becoming a pastor. So you're certified, and then you prove yourself, and you do more classes, and you become licensed, and then you serve for a few years, and you do more classes, and then you're ordained. Well, during my licensing interview, it was pretty heavy. It was like the principal's office mixed with like a sentence from a judge. It was serious, man. Now it's way different. People are way more genial and warm. But back then it was like a thing. I was in a waiting room, and then they walked down this really long, dark hallway. Why did it have to be dark? Put the lights on. But it was this ominous, oh. And then they come out and they're didn't know my name. I'm like, it's not hard. It's Jason Brown. It's the most common name ever. Top 10 Most Wanted has a guy named that. Thanks, by the way. Yeah, get off that list. They're like, oh, blah, blah, blah. I was like, yeah, it's me. They bring me in. And they start to kind of grill me because I have personal references. And one of the people I chose as a personal reference was a good friend of ours who's now in the presence of Jesus named Joanne Bost. And Miss Peggy Joanne Bost, man, I love her. She served for years here at the church and across the West Valley, Women's Aglow, and out in Buckeye. Man, I had used her as a reference. And she put on there that I was stubborn and some other stuff. And she goes, it says here from Reverend, because she was Reverend, from Reverend Bost, you can be stubborn. And I was like, I see that as tenacity. And I see that as, one who holds on and continues to persevere, which is one of the fruits of the Spirit. And they were looking at me like, yeah, right, bro. Yeah, right. Good try on that one.